Hello, my name is SD, and I would like to invite you to Divine Solutions. This is a spiritual channel for enlightened souls, empath workers, and light workers. I started this channel because I, like many, have been searching YouTube for years, trying to find information to help me on my spiritual journey. It's actually become an addiction for me, to be honest. It's pretty much all that I do now, and but I know that it's what I'm called to do. I'm called to teach, preach, and help people on their awakening journey. I've gotten so many signs and just been guided to this place. And I actually was going through some of my older videos that I was just playing around. And it was about 3 years ago that I gave this similar speech about the importance of answering the calling to serve your soul's purpose. And it's amazing that it has been 3 years that I have been contemplating putting this out here. And I'm looking at the camera right now and I'm asking myself, what were you so afraid of? What were you afraid of? What was holding you back? And it's partially me, but I also partially believe that as you arise to the occasion, that there are dark forces that come to block your way, that there's obstacles that will come to block your way. Because when you are a chosen one, they know that if you illuminate, that you're going to change the world. I had even just trying to make this video, it's glitchy, like it's something is trying to stop me from making the video. I was trying to write it out as a script, and even the Google Doc, it kept freezing. And I know that the dark forces are doing everything that they can to stop me from making this video. And that's why it's the importance of that I get this out. I have been through hell. I can honestly say that I have been through hell. I've almost lost my life to spiritual warfare, which I didn't believe was real until now, until what I've been through. I didn't believe that how important the gift that I need to share to the world is, and how much the darker forces would come to try to take it from me, to try to put obstacles in my way, to block my path. And that's why it is so important that I share what I've learned with people. I've been told that my greatest gift is to share my story, to share my lessons, to share all the things that have shaped me on my spiritual journey. I believe by me sharing my stories, one, it will show you that it's true, that it is my truth, and that my truth will resonate with you. I hope. That is my hopes, that my truth will resonate with you and help you contribute to your journey. Because when you're out here all alone, we all need guides, so we need people, we need tribe, we need someone that can help us along, someone that may know a little bit more than we do. And unfortunately for me, I wasn't lucky enough to find that wise man or wise woman that could show me this spiritual path. I've pretty much been self-taught through lessons, just lessons. And I would just take a little piece, like I got into energy healing. I went and had a Reiki session, which, back then I couldn't even tell anybody I was going to get a Reiki session. They would think I was losing my mind, but I had such a bad pain and I tried everything and I said, you know what, let me go give this a try. And I went and got a Reiki session, and that one session changed my life, because after that session, I was able to go home and heal myself and do work on myself and clear my own chakras and clear my own energy. And I went on to level 2 and eventually would become a Reiki master. And it's amazing once you harness the power, that you know that you can heal people, that you can help people, that you can heal yourself. I then would go on to study esoteric healing, which is more of a more in-depth chakra healing, where you hear the chakras on 7 different levels. And I just became infatuated with this healing modalities. Like, metaphysical, just other alternative healing. And that was kind of like where I started. And then I was led to trying to understand like ancient teachings. Like I went back to college to take a course in religion because I struggled with Christianity for so many years. And I just really never really believed in the Bible. And but it was the only, at the time, it was the only way to get spirituality was to go to church. And for many years, I would say for a long, but maybe 15 to 20 years, I didn't go to church. And I would read the Bible and I would find God in my home or by myself, but I couldn't, and it would always guide me. Like, and the Bible guided me to other things. And I believe it guided to me to what I believe is the true teachings of Jesus Christ or Yahshua. You get so many signs, and it's up to you to do the work, and many people, they don't have the wherewithal to withstand. Like, they give up, because it's hard. It's hard to go to a place and have blind faith and just continue to search for the truth. And I believe that the chosen are the ones who are in search of the truth, who are the real bloodline, who will search for the truth. And it's just something that is in you. It's a integrity that is born in you to be of truth. And that's why I always struggle with the Bible, because there were so many inconsistencies, and just, white is good and black is bad, and just, it really always struggled with me. But I knew that I searched for a true spirituality. And my journey would lead me to so many things that I've learned that, some of the things that I thought were possibly like black magic or evil or devil worship or, possibly just African spirituality. I've learned that, everybody who is dark is not necessarily dark or not necessarily evil. It's that they're just a trapped soul, and that we put labels on people, good or bad, white or black, which creates duality. And once you have that divide, then there is no us, there is no all, is one, and that is where the separation begins. And until you have that unity and that oneness, that you can never be a spiritually enlightened person. You can't have Christ consciousness if you don't have that alignment. And if you look at the world today, that is all they have is separation. Politics, everything is separation. Everything is opposing sides, and you have to unplug from that. That I think that is one of the first steps in spiritual, is unplug. I don't even watch the news. If a hurricane's coming, I don't know, because I don't want to know. I know that the universe got me, and whatever is meant for me is gonna happen. So I don't even watch the news. And anybody who watches that, I feel sorry for you, because you're just being programmed. So many people, think about it. You're programmed from a child. From the time you're born, you're programmed with your parents' beliefs. Then you go to church, you're programmed with religious beliefs. Then you go to school, you're programmed with school's beliefs. By the time you reach 6 or 7 years old, I believe you lost who you were. I believe you lost your soul, your essence of who you were. If you ever see a little baby playing, think about it, innocent. They'll come to the side of the bed and jump face first, fearless. So where do you ask yourself, where is all this fear gained? And it's gained from the programming. And I'm touching on this subject because it is my fear that has held me back. It's my fear of what people would think. It's my fear of not knowing enough. It is my fear of public speaking. It's all my fears. And we are told not to let anybody know that we have fear. But fear is this false evidence appearing real. Fear is an illusion. And fear is part of the dream. Fear keeps you stuck in the 3D matrix. And as long as you stay entangled in the matrix and you do not break free, that you will forever be asleep. And that's what many people don't realize. You will stay asleep like almost like a robot on autopilot. And for me, and for many, it takes something traumatic to happen to awaken your soul. It might be you lose your job, your career you've had for 20 years. It might be you lose a loved one, or it might be that you go through a divorce or a breakup. It's something that has to shake your soul to the core, to shake you up, to wake you up, to break you out of the cycle. And you might think it's the most dramatic thing that ever happened to you, but it's all to change your course, change your trajectory, to make you go in the course in which you are supposed to go. And if you don't know about now, or is that everything is spiritual. You know, your goal when you came here is you had a spiritual mission to accomplish. You didn't come here for no reason. You didn't come here to work no job, have a family, and just, buy a house and buy all this material stuff. All that stuff fades because money has no value. The value is in the people. The value is in you and me, us coming together, our unity, our tribe, bringing our people together. That's where the power is in the people. And that's why they try to keep us divided, because they know that if we join us as the people, we'll overthrow them. And that's why they keep us confused. And that's why this spirituality thing is so important at this time, because it will bring unity. When it's how we used to be, how we always was, until they try to program us and change our mind, change our views, and change our beliefs. We have always been free will, free thinking souls. And it's only by their program that we have changed. I want everyone to just think about that for a minute. Just, you're here to fulfill your soul's mission. What is your soul's mission? How do you go about finding what your soul mission is? How do you know if you're even on the right path? Are you still stuck in a job that you don't love, that you don't have passion for? Are you in a relationship that it just doesn't fulfill you anymore? Are you playing it safe because it's secure and it's all that you know? And the biggest question is that if you are doing those things, are you chasing your purpose? Are you waking up hungry for the day? Hungry to serve? Hungry to find the truth? And for me, the truth is all there is. And the truth doesn't lie in anything that they taught you. The truth is hidden. The truth is only for the few, the chosen, the ones who can handle the responsibility of be a way shower, to show the people the right way to go. And it's not just one thing that you have to do. It's many things. It's consistency. It's resilience. It's you coming into who you are truly meant to be. And many souls will awaken, or they'll get the jolt that shakes them. But very few will stay. Very few will stay the course. Very few can put up with the people who will put you down, or the people who will call you crazy, or just all that comes with it. Everybody always says, "Oh, I'm spiritually woke," or "I want to be spiritually awakened." But there's a lot that comes with it, because nobody can do your push-ups for you. There's a lot that comes with it. And I tell you, like, I'm preaching it because at some point everyone has to go through it. But I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. There's days when I say, I don't want to do this no more. It's just too much. I don't want to go through this no more. And I have my bouts where I go through the dark night of the soul, where I'll be depressed and life has no meaning, and I'll be in that emptiness, and I'll sit in the emptiness, and there's no one that you can talk to that understands. No one. no one really fully gets it because it's your lesson. It's your lesson. And it's the work that you have to do. And I've started to create a course because it has been the hardest thing that I ever went through in my life. I have been physically, spiritually attacked. Physically. I have been to the point where I thought I was going to, if I did not leave where I was at, I would not be sitting here talking to you right now. I've had so many obstacles happen to me over the last 2 to 3 years that would break anyone. You know, they say like, you know, you go through one, maybe you'll lose your job. Maybe you'll at one point, and then maybe you'll lose your wife or husband at another point, you know, or maybe you have to find a place to live at one point. Over the last 3 years, I had to deal with all three at once. You know, all three at once. I just closed my business that I had a cryotherapy, wellness, and body contouring center. And I was fighting tooth and claw to keep it open and trying to make it work and doing everything I could because I felt like I was all I had and I was clinging on to it with dear life. And it was just taking too much from me. It was taken from my spirituality. It was taken from what I needed to do. It was taken from where the universe was guiding me. And because it's like how you pay your bills, like it's like in my heart, I know what it is I'm supposed to do. I know that I'm supposed to teach spirituality, that I am supposed to coach. I'm also a life coach and spiritual coach. I'm supposed to coach people, help people, and try to give them answers and give them guidance on their journey. And I'm also supposed to share my story, share my spiritual story. I'm actually writing a book because it's a movie, you know, like it is truly a movie. And I know that the forces that be, they do not want me to share it. They do not want me to share it because it's going to change the world. I've had visions where I've been, many visions and meditation and dreams where I was in Egypt and that I sat next to the king and I looked across the valley and there was people, a sea of people, and that I sat next to the king. I wasn't the king, but I was his spiritual advisor. And many people answered to me and I had great power. I had great power. And I knew like it was like that knowing, that inner knowing that God, I come from a very strong spiritual bloodline. That I look out over my life and I have been, since a child, I have been attacked. Since a child, there's been obstacles put in my way to block me, to block my way, to make my journey harder. And it's just the chosen, we have the will. It's our will to never quit. And that's why we're chosen. And that's why our mission is almost impossible at times. But the universe only chooses the strong. Your life might have been like hard, like you maybe the oddball, or you maybe never felt like you fit in, or it just seems like it's always something was amiss, like almost like I don't belong here. You know, I'm not from here. Or maybe you have trouble keeping relationships or maintaining relationships. And as you get on this journey, it's harder to maintain friendships, even family. You have to disconnect from family. You just can't be around that low vibrational energy anymore as you vibrate. The change is coming. Whether you want to change, you want to get in line, you're neither going to get down or lay down. But the change is coming. And I just want people to know that there's a way, you know. There's tools that I can share with you. There's lessons that I can share with you. And I know that the universe has called me to share my story, to help people, to help humanity, to build a community, to build a tribe of like-minded people. And that's what this channel is about. You know, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be talking about different spirituality lessons. I'm going to be talking about chakra work and just the importance of that in your evolution. I'm sharing stories of what I believe are hidden truths about just really studying, diving deep into different spirituality. And I have no degree. I have no letters behind my name. I just have a passion for this. I have a passion for teaching and learning. This is what I do with my free time. And I believe that expertise, like learning something in a book versus just like you digesting it and you living it. There's no, I don't care what kind of school you go, you're not going to learn something because you have to have the passion for it. It's something that you would do even if you didn't get paid to do. It's something that you do just because you have a love for it. And the reason why I have a love for it is because it's what I'm called to do. I'm called to help people. I'm called to help humanity. So I would just wanted to get on here. This is my first session. I wanted to just let people know I'm here. I'd appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We're going to be having a lot more information coming. I'm also going to be having other speakers who I've met over the years come on and speak. I am in New York, so if you're local, I would love to connect you. Hit me in the comments. And I just want to send love and light. Ashe.